Hi, I'm Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for daily updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. We love having you with us on our journey. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Okay, so I forgot to update this guy before the... There we go. Now it says cookies and cream.
Not last Saturday's stuff. Ooh,
Nope, not last Saturday's.
It hurts just to do that.
So we are... Well, we're done with the exercises for the 7-day kickstart.
And I can't tell you how excited I am to have a rest day because that was hard. I thought it was going to be less hard, but I'm more out of shape than I anticipated.
All right. So Miss Du says good morning. Hey. Dennis says Chow Club greetings.
Yeah.
He says had no fear. Hungry he's here. I guess he's underdog, I guess. Glenda says, cold here in Florida. That's relative. This AM had to put some socks on my flip-flops and got to cover my plants on the patio.
Oh, yeah. We just don't plant plants in the winter.
No. Let's see. Kim says, any suggestions on what I can mix into the salted caramel Keto Chow? Not one of my favorites. A lot of people... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, a lot of people use it for coffee creamer.
Yeah, that's true.
But what were you going to say?
I was going to say exactly that.
Oh.
Hold on a second. Reframe it.
Okay.
It's about the same. Anyway, John says, good morning, Stephanie. TC's Life says, good morning, ear hustling while driving. Okay, drive safe. Yeah. John says, good morning, Chris and Miriam. Deanne says, hey, guys.
Good morning, guys.
Lisa says, hi, guys. Mrs. Du says, Kim Pena's, I like it with coffee. Okay, there you go. Shelly says, happy Shelly Day. Is she here yet? Did we see her yet?
That is her. Shelly says,
oh, Shelly did. Okay.
It's her birthday.
I thought Heath said that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shelly. Happy birthday to you.
There. With a little inside.
That's awesome. Somebody says, happy Saturday, everyone. Nan says, good morning, all. Glenda says, yeah, she puts it in her coffee as well. Carol says, happy Saturday, Chris and Miriam. He says, Miriam needs to be louder, please.
Sorry, my voice is not working yet this morning.
Yep.
I'm a little quiet. I got this drink of water to get the gunk out of my throat. It's the morning stuff.
Okay. I don't have a way to boost Miriam individually. The only way to do that would be to have a plexiglass thing in between us and an individual microphone on each of us. So
yeah, where is the microphone so I can aim
the microphone is right there.
Okay, I'll aim my voice at the middle.
Okay. Let's see. Leah says good morning. Jessica says good morning. Kim says that she'll have to try that. Jessica says, of course, I'm coming through Salt Lake City on Saturday. I actually, let's see. No, I was going to run over to the office because our printer isn't working here at home. Yes. But we're just going to write stuff by hand.
Like old-fashioned people.
That's right.
With a piece of paper and a pencil.
Yep. He says hi to Shauna. Ketovore Deb says good morning.
Good morning.
Lynette's on, says good morning.
Good morning.
She's on the YouTubes today. I realized when I was setting up the stuff that yesterday I didn't hook up Restream to the scheduled YouTube video.
Dang it.
That's why a lot of people were like, it's not working on YouTube. It showed up as a, oh, hey, we're streaming.
It just wasn't connected to the right scheduled post.
Yes, that's correct.
Love it.
Ms. Du says, Devin here, Devin says, question, so what is the cost tier for the Chow Club? I got an email saying it was different than originally advertised.
Oh, snap.
So, if you
so what happened was we made a mistake on the website.
I made a mistake.
And so it's the calculation for the dollar amounts were not correct. This one is correct.
Yep.
So if you already had ordered it, we were telling you we made a mistake, and this is what it is, and we're giving you a gift card for our mistake.
Difference. Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, so on the first month you sign up for the Chow Club, the normal, if you were to buy the 21 meal bag and the 9 individual meal bags, it would be $112.75 if you bought the 30. If you were to buy the 2 21 meal bags and the 18 single meals, it would be $235.50.
That says 25.
Oh wait,
You said.
did I think.
There's a cord right
I know.
there.
No, I'm trying to remember if the 225 includes the 10% or $10 discount. I think it is $225.50. Let's see. Well, what's 112? Yeah, so it's $225.50. Okay, this is not including the $10 discount because the first thing we do is the 60 meal. We take that price and we subtract $10.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, because the 60 meal, you're getting a slightly better discount. It's an additional $10 off.
Mm-hmm.
Then the first month you're subscribed, it's 10% off. Either one of them.
That's what that lower price is, 101.
Yeah, so 101.48. So the first month it's 10% off. That incidentally is the same percentage off if you happen to use an affiliate link or anything like that. Because the affiliate links, no other discounts work with the Chow Club. Nothing. You actually can't use rewards coupons. You can't use first responder discounts. No other discounts work. So we made sure that the starting discount was equal or greater to any other discounts that we have. Period. Done. Okay. The second month, the price actually that you stay subscribed, or if you're subscribed for a month, you skip a month, and then like the third month, then it's the first time. Yeah, the second time your thing renews. The price goes down to $99.22 for the 30 or $189.64. So that's now you're saving $13.53. This doesn't include the amount right here, this $112.75 value. That actually doesn't include the value of the free shipping. So it's even a bigger discount. If we wanted to play games, we could include that up there, but probably should say plus free shipping,
because that needs to be a busier graphic.
Well, and it's one of those things. It's like, how much do you communicate versus make it simple? Anyway, it does include free shipping as well.
I would say that's not simple looking at all, but it's cute.
And then the third month, the third subscription, it goes to 15% off. So that's how the Chow Club stuff. That's how it goes. When I first did it, I did the math wrong.
And nobody checked it.
And nobody checked it because 12%, to find 12%, you multiply by 0.88. You don't multiply by 0.78 because that's 22%. But that's what I did. So when I was calculating the dollar amounts, I did it wrong. Anyway, so we had to fix that. Hungry He says, "Aww." Melissa says, "Good morning from Texas. We might get snow tomorrow." Hey.
Ooh.
Stephanie says, having egg loaf made with Keto Chow for lunch. Dinner is Keto Chow chili, limited Keto Chow until my 2 big orders get here. Shelly is happy smiley faces. Lisa says, "Good morning, Shauna." Let's see. Stacy says, "I seem to be gaining weight using butter. Is heavy whipping cream better? I don't think my body does well on fat." Heavy whipping cream, the difference between the two, so if you take heavy whipping cream and you stir it up a lot, it actually just makes butter, which is removing the water, a little bit of protein, and the little bit of sugar that's in heavy cream. Metabolically, they should be close, except that heavy cream has some additional protein, water, and some additional carbs. You may want to
just cut your butter a little bit. How much butter are you using?
Yeah, most people actually do better on butter than they do with heavy whipping cream.
Also, are you eating a lot in between your meals?
Yeah.
Because if you're having a good amount of butter, but then you're having a snack in between every meal and before bed and in the morning, then you may just be eating too much.
Yep.
So how much butter are you using? And let's troubleshoot that.
Yeah, one of the things you can do is if you go on our site, and I can't see because there's a camera in the way, you go to Why Chow, how to prepare Keto Chow, and the calculating macros. This will actually walk you through all of the details. Here's a calculator that's on Maria Emmerich's site. that will also help you calculate how much protein, fat, and everything else you need to use.
Because it's possible you're just using too much butter in the first place, or you could be eating too much in addition to the Keto Chow.
I'll post that link right there.
Calculated Keto Chow correctly, but then maybe you're having, fat bombs or something.
Yep.
Because you definitely can gain weight on keto.
Doris says, my flip-flops are packed away. It's cold here in Pennsylvania.
Me too.
He says, wow, you don't have to yell at me. Actually,
sorry, Heath.
Heath, I do. Libby says, good morning, lovely people. Shauna says, hi, Devin. Let's see. Shelly says, thank you. It is now. Mimi says, good morning. Patty says, hi, Bears. Happy Saturday. Well, hi to you, Patty. John says, Shelly Parker, yay. Mary Lou says, what's up with Google? I had to sign into YouTube, but hello. Oh, but hello. Okay.
Oh, yes. I don't know.
I don't know. You should be able to view this on Google without signing in. I don't know. I frequently use incognito windows to troubleshoot stuff. The only problem with that is when I view stuff on YouTube, I get all the stupid ads because we have YouTube Premium, so we don't get ads. Joe gave me that last year for my birthday. It was for my birthday. Well,
it was something. I thought it was Christmas.
Anyway, it was good enough that we kept it. So
it was last year, not last year. Christmas.
Yeah. Libby says, where do you take suggestions for new flavors?
Anywhere.
Yeah, people just usually yell them out in the middle of streams.
The more we hear it, the more likely we'll be.
Yep. Debbie says to Stacey Robinson, I was using too much heavy whipping cream, only needing to use 1 to 2 tablespoons for her. Same with butter, only in the morning, and that should work better. Work for me that way. Shelly says, does the Chow Club count towards earning points for the Rewards Club?
I have an answer. Yes.
Yes. Now, what you have to do, so because the subscriptions, like the Chow Club, they ultimately just come through as a regular order, but there's a thing on the back end that's making the recurring orders for you.
Yeah.
As long as you have a rewards account before you start the subscription, everything will just get linked up and it'll work perfectly. If you don't have one, then our awesome customer service team has to go in there and link stuff up.
But let us know because we'll do it.
Yep. Shauna says, it's okay, Chris. We still love you. You are allowed to make mistakes.
What about me? Can I make mistakes?
Yeah.
Because I make mistakes all the time.
Yeah. And,
like not talking loud enough.
Devin had the same question. Do I still earn reward points with the subscription? If I have to switch between the 60 and 30, will I keep a discount?
Yes, that is something, though, that you have to reach out to us. Don't cancel it because you'll want to keep that grandfathered discount. So reach out and say, hey, I want to switch from the 30 to the 60, and we will switch it for you.
That's correct. Yeah, because otherwise it gets kind of lost in the shuffle.
Or vice versa.
Yeah. Stacy says, I'm not using too much butter. Okay. Jessica says, have you done any Keto Chow baking and have frozen any of it? Is it good after freezing? Yeah. Actually, we make it into ice cream a lot. Right behind Miriam's, that's her left ear. There it is. There's
also a coat, right? Oh, sorry.
There it is. There's the ice cream maker. That works really well.
A towel or something.
And as far as baking goes.
Yeah, baking and freezing works great. We do that a lot.
If you go to the Keto Chow site, you go to recipes and more, and then recipes, scroll down. There's actually, this is the 7-day reset that we're doing right now. Let me open that for later. And if you choose a flavor, and a lot of these work with multiple flavors. Like say you've got chocolate
toffee. Why don't you
toffee.
just choose cookies?
What's that?
Just type in cookies, because cookies are a good thing to freeze. Type it in.
Oh, okay.
Cookies.
Well, that's going to also find any blog posts that have cookies and cream.
Oh, well, I was thinking like cookies that you freeze. So those lemon crinkle cookies we made and froze because we were doing our Keto Chow only experiment.
Guess who never got any of them?
I don't know how that happened.
I've never had them before.
It was the girls. I had them. Anyway, you're not helping advertise that you don't get what you get. We have frozen a lot of these cookies and things. The ice cream, if you make as ice cream, it does get really hard, just so you know. So if you freeze it as ice cream, you have to set it on the counter for a while, like a half an hour, to thaw it out, because it has so much water in it, it's an ice cube. really.
Yeah.
But we make it as ice cream in the ice cream maker and then eat it right then. That's what we're talking about when we do ice cream. But any of the baking products you could freeze. Like we've frozen the bread before, and it's nice because then if you made like the pumpernickel bread and then cut it into slices, you could have 2 slices in like a Ziploc bag and then freeze that, and then just pull it out like when you need it, or 1 slice or whatever.
Okay. Stacy says that she doesn't snack either. So that's a good question. I would actually, rather than asking us in a live stream, hit us up via email so we can really troubleshoot it.
What time are you eating every day?
Let's see. Lynn says, good morning from Santa Fe. Let it snow. Drinking warm pumpkin spice caramel. Brooke says, butter is so much better for me. I'm a 2 Keto Chow shake and 2 keto snack girl.
Okay. That works.
Steph says, I just want to make sure meals made with Keto Chow recipes are okay, right, and not just... So for a reset, you can do whatever works best for you.
Yeah.
There's no... We're not going to send in the paratroopers and make sure that you are doing it the way that I said.
Well, we've even adapted it a little bit because like I cooked the salmon differently last night and the other time we made the salmon, and it was still good. But I didn't change it too much. I just mostly made a lot of it.
Now, right now, Miriam and I, we're doing the
Day
7-day
6.
reset, which is the ebook that I talked about earlier.
And that's what Stephanie was talking about.
Yeah, so day 6 and 7. The exercise is you're just resting. As far as day 6 and 7, what's on the actual reset? Like, oh man, I can't see this.
I can
Make
see
it bigger thing. Yeah, well, you don't have the mouse in your hand.
Sorry.
Okay, so today on the menu, if you want to use this menu, you can. If you don't, you can do it however you want. But for instance, yesterday, the breakfast was chocolate toffee keto chow.
Yes, I had chocolate mint.
I had apple pie. The lunch was a green smoothie. I had apple pie.
I think I maybe skipped lunch.
You did skip lunch. It was still there at work. Anyway, today the breakfast is supposed to be salted caramel keto chow. You can do whatever you want. And then the lunch is supposed to be bacon and egg salad lettuce wraps.
Which we have some left over of that. So if nobody eats with us, then maybe we'll have enough.
Okay.
Otherwise, we have to make more because I have a huge family. So if we look right here, scroll or put your mousey over there, that was the egg salad, and you're supposed to save half for the other day. And so I saved some, but then there's just not as much.
And then for tonight, we're using some of the beef that we saved.
Well, and then tomorrow is taco soup for your lunch, and then shrimp tacos for your dinner.
But you can use any flavor.
You can use any
keto
flavor keto chow you want. We just threw it in there because we threw it in there.
Sean said last night I made a warm chocolate keto chow with almond oil and 1 tablespoon heavy whipping cream. For creamy plus, 1 tablespoon of gelatin. Wow, that would have made it super thick.
Nice.
But she did it as a warm shake.
Yeah.
If you add gelatin to one of the shakes, it usually thickens it up a lot.
Yeah.
Unless you heat it up. Stacey says, thanks. Miss Dew says, hey, it's Deshaun. Linda says, good morning. Question on Chronometer.
Okay.
I picked Mocha, latest edition, and all that came up were the main macros. Today she scanned Snickerdoodle and came up toffee. That means that somehow the data has gotten bad with Chronometer. I'm not going to remember that. If you can send us an email, I'll follow up with Chronometer. Okay.
Chronometer. Because Chronometer is really good, and usually they don't let weird stuff happen, but we'll check with them anyway.
Yeah. And that's just the barcode has gotten associated with the wrong thing. And in the Mocha, it sounds like someone put in the wrong stuff. And they usually verify it, but sometimes it doesn't have the right data. Madigan says, I have the taco flavor and wonder how y'all like it best. I like it with some ground beef or some chicken in it.
I like it made into chaffles.
No. But personally,
as bread,
I'm usually just too lazy, and I'll mix up a bunch with heavy whipping cream or butter. Put them in you said Chronometer fix, but you didn't tell me what to fix.
It doesn't matter.
It's Snickerdoodle and Mocha.
Fine.
Okay.
Do it again.
Because see, I'm not going to remember that.
Do you think that they wanted to hear that?
No. Anyway, with the taco soup, I'll usually just mix up a bunch with the fat that I want to use, put them in the fridge, and then heat them up later. Let's see. Just Shanta says, hey, y'all. Emma says, I just started Keto Chow for 30 days in Canada. Ooh, thanks for finding a supplier. Yeah, Switch has worked out amazingly. So we're super happy that you found them as well. Let's see. Jason says, I was looking on the site at all the options you have. My thoughts are that I should start with the 7-day reset package and then go to the monthly box of 60, which I'm guessing would give me 2 Keto Chow meals a day. It would, yes.
That's a good idea.
If there is a way to stretch it to 3 meals or to make the calories what I need, then I would be grateful. So each serving of Keto Chow will give you a third of your daily nutrients. So depending on how you want to do that, you can do a meal of Keto Chow a day. You could do 2 meals of Keto Chow a day, or you could do 3. And then the rest of your nutrients you're getting from something else.
Yep. So if you did 2 meals a day and then had like a hamburger patty or a steak or bacon and eggs or something, you don't have to make stuff that's super difficult, and you can still be satisfied, I think.
Now, 2 meals of Keto Chow a day will only be getting you 66% of your daily nutrients. That's not what you want. So the 60 meal package and the 30 meal package and the Chow Club, that's one way of getting Keto Chow. It's not the only way of getting Keto Chow. This is just a new thing that we actually have. If you go to, I can't see around that thing. If you go to shop and whatnot, you can buy the individual bags.
Yeah. And then if you, if you like a specific flavor, you can buy the bigger bag, and it'll be less expensive and it'll last longer.
Or you can use our other existing subscription thing, which is where you get big 21 meals of bags of Keto Chow, however many of them you want, delivered on whatever schedule you want. It can be every 4 weeks, every 2 weeks, 1 week, or 6 weeks. You could order 3 and have them delivered every 2 weeks or every 6 weeks. If you want to have them delivered every 4 weeks, you could put 4 together. Hey, you're getting 10% off because you're doing this subscription. That's one way of doing it.
Yep. And if you want to try flavors, you can buy the different
I would recommend
bundles,
that before you start getting them.
and then
the
you
big
can
bags.
decide what you like, and then you can get the bundles. Also, we do a flavor of the week every week, so that if anybody wants to buy chocolate, they can wait for that to be on sale, and then they can use their rewards points, which you can stack on top of the flavor of the week, which would get you a pretty good discount.
Yep. Shauna says, we always love you, Miriam.
Thank you.
TC says, Miriam, you can make mistakes as long as they are allowed.
Thank you. I got this.
Ketovore Deb has a good question. She said the last day to order the January Chow Club is the February Chow Club is January 15th, correct?
Yes.
So there's a cutoff of the 15th. And if you make a new order, let's say that you order today because you want the February one. So on January 9th, your credit card would get charged for that, but it doesn't actually.
That's what day it is today, the 9th?
Yeah, it doesn't actually ship. Don't put shoes in the dryer.
Yeah, put those on top in the drying rack.
Anyway, it would. So the first time you make the charge, it charges you whenever you place the order, but it doesn't actually ship until all of them are ready to go, which is sometime before February. Hopefully to get it to you way in time via ground shipping.
And try to make sure they get
Okay.
to you at a good time.
So, and that's why you actually can't order additional stuff along with the Chow Club. The shopping cart makes you order it alone. But it comes with free shipping, so there you go. Anyway, so the following month, your credit card will be charged. So in this case, on February 14th, an automatic charge would go through for the next Chow Club, so the March one.
Yes.
And then in March, there would be a new charge for April, so on and so forth. And again, if this doesn't work for you, if you're allergic to flavors and you don't want those, because the Chow Club, you don't get to choose what's coming. It's going to be a surprise. So if for whatever reason that doesn't work for you, I would recommend not subscribing to the Chow Club. This is just something new.
If you're okay knowing you may not like a couple of flavors, and you may decide to give them away, or you could even,
or the timing doesn't work for your
order
finances,
one and then share it with a friend or whatever, then yeah, do it. But also we're gonna anyway, I was sorry.
Okay.
I'm going a different way. So another thing is you may not order those flavors regularly because you think you won't like them. But if you get a flavor, then you can maybe try it in a recipe or something and may discover you do like it.
Yep.
So that's another possible.
Okay. Let's see. Shauna says, yeah, Keto Chow, yes, for the February box. TC's Life says, morning, Shauna. Ms. Du says, woohoo, you all answered all my questions. Been waiting all week to ask. Thank you so much. Well,
great.
Awesome. Emma says, question, how hot can you get the savory flavors without ruining the nutrition? To be absolutely sure that you are in no way degrading the nutrition in any way, you know the number?
140 degrees?
120 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, I'm so close.
Now, that doesn't mean that if it gets to 121 degrees, it's worthless. No, it just means that at that point, vitamin C, vitamin B, a couple of the B vitamins, A and D and K will start to degrade, which means you would no longer be able to use that Keto Chow for 3 meals a day for months at a time.
Yep. But if you heat it up one time and you drink it, you're fine.
Or if you're eating it for 1 meal a day, or for 2 meals a day, or if you're just doing savory every once in a while, like every couple days, that's probably not a big deal.
Unless you have a pretty big deficiency in those vitamins, which you probably should be supplementing anyway, because you've taken blood tests and talked to a doctor.
Yes. So, yeah, if you're using Keto Chow 3 meals a day and that's your sole source of nutrition, then heating it above 120 degrees is not recommended. Okay? There we
Hope
go.
that answers your question.
Yes. Stephanie says, finally got us an ice cream maker on the way. Should be here by the 12th. Jimmy will be getting ice cream for his birthday.
Yes.
Chris says, good morning.
Good morning.
Just Shanta, she's talking to Shauna, says, I should have messaged you as looking up like crazy. Lisa says, that's so cool, Stephanie, because she got the ice cream maker. Shauna says, oh yeah, I was grumpy though. Jessica says, thanks for that. Shelly says, Miriam doesn't make mistakes. She just changes her mind.
Yeah, I change my mind a lot. It's unfortunate.
Floyd says, morning greetings. Lisa is going to make braised chuck roast today.
Ooh, that was really good. I'm super excited to eat that leftovers for dinner.
Yep. Stephanie says, Chris, we need those paratroopers at times. So that's right. Stephanie says, I'm on day 9 of no snacking and fasting.
Yes.
She's doing a 24 eating. So she's eating for 4 hours and fasting for 20
I
minutes.
think that's a great idea. I totally want to do that with you.
She says she's hard-headed and a determined person, so she's sticking to those guns.
Steph, you're the best.
Carol says, I started the reset with you on Monday, but my dinner meals got off track. I'm a little OCD, so I'm doing day 4 again today.
That's
We're
okay.
Okay. You do you. We're not sending the paratroopers.
Yeah. Or the keto people.
That's right. Lynn says, I love butter, butter, butter. Like the Cookie Monster loves cookies. I lived on fat-free diet half my adult life. I needed fat so badly. Yeah. Lynn says, thanks. Just Shanta says, oh man, that sucks. Is there someone you can complain to?
I think she's talking to a person.
I think she is. Let's see. Libby says we're going to try the cheeseburger soup today.
Yes, that's delicious.
Floyd
Try
says
that too.
that she loves the tomato basil as chaffles.
That's my favorite because I love just that little hint of tomatoey. I like to make it into little pizzas for the kids for lunches, little chaffle pizzas, because it's like so cute.
Rhonda says, good morning, Bears. Brooke says that she loves our live streams. The business banter is great. Interestingly enough, we actually had to make someone no longer able to see our streams because every time we started doing a stream on YouTube, they would complain about how much we suck. And if they had seen these before they ordered, they would have never ordered. And it's like,
Yeah.
Okay.
We get a lot of people that don't like us.
So I'm glad you like them. Dennis's neighbor just brought over 6 pounds of grass-fed finished ground beef from his run at his brother's local ranch.
Thank you, neighbor.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Delish.
I mean, and don't get me wrong. I think that grass-fed and grass-finished and all that stuff is good.
Delicious.
But if all you can afford is the regular stuff,
Yes,
that is
just
so
regular
much
stuff.
better
Than cold
than
cereal.
everything else.
Or saltine crackers.
Yep. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. I've got stuff in my throat too. What's up with
what
that?
the heck?
I'm still wondering how you feed grass to butter.
That is a good question. You just sprinkle it on there. Let's see. Ron says an order was supposed to arrive yesterday. First time it didn't come as scheduled.
No. Sad.
Dang it. Was it coming UPS or USPS? USPS will probably get it to there today if they didn't get it.
Yeah.
Lisa says, if you do a subscription for the big bags, can you change the flavors before the next shipment? Yes, you can. So all you have to do is log into your account, and there's a subscriptions place, and you can go in there and you can change flavors. You can change the delivery schedule.
You can change it every time. It's just not the sorry.
The Chow Club.
The Chow Club, you cannot change.
Yeah, the Chow Club, it just is what it is. Let's see. Shanta says, okay, let me do that now. To Fix MJ said, just made apple pie chaffles topped with pecans, 2 tablespoons almond flour, tablespoon Keto Chow, 1 tablespoon heavy cream, tablespoon baking powder, a quarter teaspoon of vanilla, more cinnamon. Yum.
Yum.
Shauna says, haha, shoes in the dryer during a live. A Saturday morning Bear Kid classic. Well, and shoes in the dryer. Come on, Ruth.
I'm sorry.
You're
I
fine.
forgot what you're supposed to do when your shoes.
Yeah, you
also,
just stick them in
like,
the dryer.
unlace them a little bit and then pull it so it'll dry.
Yeah.
Well,
Lay them flat. Don't put them on top of each other.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
And there is a thing that you can actually put them in the dryer on this little shelf, but it's
Yeah.
like,
You can. If it's like super important.
yeah. And if you put shoes in the dryer with a bunch of clothes, it's not quite as bad, but all by themselves. He says, just doing after doing the 7-day reset, I've fallen in love with a keto steak and shake.
Yeah. So you have
Oh.
a shake and you also have a steak.
That sounds like
Perfect.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Ida says, made me some chaffles with s'mores. I was craving something sweet. I was surprised that I enjoyed it. Nice. Put some chocolate syrup on there. There you go.
On the steak. Sorry, I'm still on steak.
TC's Life says we'll have to catch the rest on replay. Well, welcome back whenever you see it. Rhonda says, I really hope the 21 mil flavor isn't one that I already have and one that I wanted to get.
I know. That's so hard to kind of like, oh.
Yeah, and that was actually one of the things that held me back when the idea was proposed. I'm like, yeah, but people want to pick their flavor. Flavor is such a big
I know,
deal.
but they also want a surprise.
They also want a surprise. So it's like, which one?
So you can pick your flavor when you order normally, but if you want a surprise.
Yep, there you go. Gwen says, what ice cream maker do we use? So behind Miriam's head is a Cuisinart one.
No, that's
That's
not.
a Cuisinart one.
Is it?
Yes. At the
I thought it was a
office,
winter.
no, the one at the office is a winter. It says so. Recipes and more. Where's our favorite?
What?
He took it off the shop page.
Whoopsie.
It's only
There it is. Where does the name brand on the ice cream maker? What does it say?
it says Cuisinart.
Fine.
Cuisinart.
Spelled
Cuisinart.
with a C?
So
Yeah.
the one here at our house
Yeah.
that Miriam got me for my birthday and Father's Day, which were the same day, and which is a good thing because this is
How's
expensive.
it expensive?
That's the one that we have. The winter is the one that we have at the office because it was on Prime Day and it was
And they both
super
work
awesome.
really well.
Well, it's nice because you can run it. You can run a batch through, and then run another batch through, and then run another batch through.
Yeah, it does take like a half an hour, so that's
Yeah.
a long time. But we just make our keto chow ahead of time, so just dump it in and know that in half an hour you can have your ice cream.
Yeah. So, who was it? Leah says, did we post the results? So the results of the butter versus Keto Chow experiment, it is all here. The analysis,
Yeah, we don't have that up yet.
well, like it says down here at the bottom.
Wow.
Until a proper write-up is complete, here's the video that we did with Dave and Siobhan.
Yeah.
The new butter versus butter one, I have not had time to do that. I am so far behind on my email. I am going to do that first and take care of essential business things before I post that. On Dave's Monday morning meeting last week, we did go over the results, but I have not posted it yet. I'm just, there's a reason we're doing interviews with people for the last several days to hire more people with Keto Chow. So
silly. We'd rather talk to you and do live
it's true
streams instead of working.
Well, the nice thing about a live stream is it only takes one take and then it's done. There's no editing. Problem is it only takes one take and then it's done and there's no editing. Shauna says trolls. Ugh. Linda says you got a lot of us who love you. Trolls be gone. That's right. Stephanie says y'all doesn't suck. That person sucked. There you go.
Thank you.
Lynn says horrible people have to come out of the woodwork these days.
Sometimes.
What was I? Oh, it was Taylor Swift several years ago, like in 2011, had a song called like Our Love, where she's working in an office and she's waiting for her boyfriend who's coming home from Afghanistan. And one of the lyrics is people throw rocks at stuff that glitters or stuff that shines. And it's true. Anyway, that came up because apparently they did it behind the scenes and they basically shot an episode of The Office of all the people complaining about this new girl who doesn't really talk to them. And I just thought that was interesting. I watched it yesterday while I was eating lunch.
Okay.
While Miriam was having a meeting.
Yeah, I had lots of meetings yesterday.
Sarah says, I'm so thankful for Keto Chow. I just got Invisalign and the shakes helped me stay full all day without having to chew anything.
I'm glad that helps.
We got a thing in the mail. It was on one of the like coupon books with a local thing. And it had a teenage girl with a mask on with a thumbs up and it said, best time in the history of the world to get braces.
Yeah, right? Because nobody's going to see.
It's like, wow, there you go.
It's still funny to me when the kids, like, when we did parent-teacher conferences with the teachers, and they're like, oh, that's what you look like without a mask.
Yeah. Lisa says, cool. I still have to make an account so I can get with your staff and add my past orders to get my
and
points.
You can always make an account, reach out to us, and we'll add those in. So do it.
Oh, Rhonda says USPS, I think. Keto Crate just came today, and it's a day late. That's funny that it was delivered today. It must have been coming USPS.
That's a bummer.
Stephanie says, I Google Earth where Keto Chow warehouse is. I love how there's mountains everywhere. Beautiful. I would never tire of seeing those mountains. The mountains are nice because
we just see them.
That's east, that's west. Yep. You know where everything is at all times.
I love that the mountains just look different every day. Like if there's clouds on them, they're mysterious. If it's dark, you can or can't see them in the background. If there's snow on them, they're like, bam! And so cool. I love it.
Carol says, so Chris is a June baby. Yes, I am.
Yep, June baby.
Stephanie says, we got the Cuisinart i70. Hope it's a good one. Nice. April says, will there be a preview of what's in the Chow Club prior to shipment so you can see if you want to skip a box?
Nope.
There
it's
will
a surprise.
Not be. It will be.
Surprise. I know, it's not very fair.
Yeah, in every definition of the word, you will not know what's coming. And it may be that this month, it won't be this because we just sent those out. Because there's going to be something, in addition to the flavors, there's going to be something free in there.
We want you to get it at your mailbox and open it up and then say,
and be surprised.
I didn't know. I'd be so happy.
Some months, there may be a brand new flavor that hasn't been announced yet. Other months, there may not be.
Only
there's going to be something.
Get the exclusive first look.
And you won't be able to purchase the past ones either.
Yep.
So, and I realize it's like FOMO. You're Miss FOMO. That's funny.
Miss FOMO.
A lot of people will kind of freak out. They're like, but I want to know what it is, and I want to get the stuff that I missed, and you have to be part of the club if you want to get it. And it's like, that sucks. And it's like, well, we didn't take anything away. We're just adding stuff.
Yep. Yeah, you can do your regular orders the way you like to and choose every flavor. That's still there.
Maurice wants to know, on the Chow Club subscription, will you be making sure that none of the singles are the same flavor as the big bag?
I think so.
I think that's the
I
plan.
think that is the plan.
And one of the things we actually talked about yesterday was the possibility of maybe 1 month putting 30 singles. Like the whole thing. I don't know.
That's a different thing.
Oh, is that a different thing? Okay. I was wrong. Keto4Jeff says, even if people get a flavor they don't like in the Chow Club, you guys have so many great recipes. I'm sure they'll find something they like. Mm-hmm. That's one of the reasons why we're going to be including recipe cards along with them, so that hopefully you will be able to find stuff that you like. Because I know a lot of people who are, they're like, well, I don't like flavor X. Mm-hmm. And then I tried it in this recipe, and I was like, what the
Like the chicken soup. Like, I don't love the chicken soup by itself, but I sure love, drop biscuits. Or, what is it? I can't think of it right now. The pie that has like the breading on the top. That's tamale pie.
Tamale pie.
Oh my gosh, it's so yummy.
Well, one thing we're not planning to do, or that we're planning to not do, is there are no plans to have the big bag be one of the savory flavors.
Yes.
There will be savory flavors as part of the individual meals, but the big bag isn't going to be a savory one. Just because those ones, there's a lot of people who are like, okay, 1 or 2 of the savory I really like, but the big bag of the savory, what am I going to do with it? Except for the chicken. The chicken is pretty
chicken is pretty versatile.
Let's see. Deb says there are so many great ideas in the Facebook group. I would have never thought of it. Or thought of. Okay. Rhonda says, is the reason why you don't go with choose your own flavor the reason why you don't go with the bundles. So with the choose your own flavor, we have a place where you can do, you're talking about, so with the bundles, okay, I now I know what you mean.
Okay.
The starter bundle, the classic bundle, the gourmet bundle. You don't get to choose what's in there. You know what's in there, but they're pre-made. They're pre-made by a group of rowdy teenagers, and that's all they do.
And they giggle.
Yep. And that's all they do all day. They just make bundles. And that's because those bundles are there so that people can get all of these flavors really easily. And we offer a discount because we can pre-make them, which reduces errors and it reduces labor costs more than anything. And so if you were to pick your own bundles, well, that goes away because then you're getting 4 chocolates and a vanilla and a raspberry cheesecake and 3 eggnogs, and those aren't pre-made. You can still get a discount by ordering a bunch of them, but with the Chow Club, they are all going to be pre-made. Mm-hmm. We're just going to make a bunch that are all exactly the same.
Which is why it's easy for us, and then we can discount it.
Yep. So there you go. Nancy says, concerning the Keto Chow ice cream, can I take one from the fridge that's always prepared with water to make it? It's going to be, not going to be very...
Oh, you mean without any fat in it?
Yeah, so I have found that if I use heavy cream, I get really good results. Yeah. If I use butter, I don't like it. And I've never tried it with no fat at all.
Yeah, I don't think we have ever tried it with no fat.
So, I mean, it usually has water.
I imagine it'd be more like an icy, but you also wouldn't want to let it freeze as hard as maybe.
Yeah. And our ice cream maker has a gelato attachment that may work better for something like that. So it's more like a sherbet.
Tell us what you think. Tell us if it works.
Yeah. Shauna says, what you see is how they are the bears and are genuine people. So lovely. Okay. Renee's on. Good morning.
Renee.
Renee says, okay, I missed something. Yeah, you missed my glutes are really sore from doing the lunges yesterday.
I'm sure that's what she wants to see, your glutes.
She's a physical therapist.
Yeah, I'm sure she's like, I want to see Chris's glutes.
Jessica says, Keto Chow ice cream, butter or heavy whipping cream? Again, I think it mostly just works with heavy whipping cream, but
that's just
your mileage may vary. I don't like the way that the butter sticks to the spoon.
I think it coats
the spoon. Yeah. It's a texture
It feels like you're eating cold butter. That's why.
Which tastes good. Mm-hmm. It's just the texture. Gabriella says, hi, I'm new to Keto Chow. Well, welcome.
Hi, welcome. So glad you're here.
Yeah. Kim says, I'm looking forward to the surprise factor. I've tried lots of flavors and still haven't found one I don't like.
Yes.
I can make you one that you don't like.
No, you can't.
We used to have one. It was the cinnamon bun.
I didn't like the cinnamon bun.
Way back in the day. So when Keto Chow started, it was, we had a bunch of stuff that we were mixing together and we were using an off-the-shelf dimetized protein powder that had flavoring and stuff in it. And then we'd mix that all together, and then that was Keto Chow. Max just said Minecraft. Okay, thanks, Max. Anyway, so whatever flavors were available from Dimetize dictated the flavors of Keto Chow. With Keto Chow 2.0, we ditched all of that. We're making it's all made from scratch at a manufacturing place, everything like that. But there were a couple of flavors of Keto Chow that, well, that cinnamon bun was terrible, just terrible.
Like it. I really liked the pina colada though. We used to have that was good.
The snickerdoodle was good, which is why we brought back a snickerdoodle, and it's fantastic. I think all of the flavors that we have now are way better.
I like the snickerdoodle as waffles.
Yeah. Let's see. Shelly says, "Will you announce new flavors after the Chow Club is delivered?" So, if there is a new flavor in the Chow Club, let's say on
June 10th.
Well, now they're going to think it's on June. On month X, the Chow Club that you happen to get a few days before the first of month X has a new flavor in it. And this won't happen all the time, but it might happen. And if there's a new flavor coming out, it's going to go into the Chow Club.
We want to tell you that it might happen so you'll know.
But we also don't want you to think that it's going to happen all the time. We want you to have lower expectations and be surprised. Anyway, so if a new flavor comes in the Chow Club box for month X, a few days or weeks later, we will announce the flavor as generally available to everybody. So kind of like with the descent with the holiday bundle, the apple pie was in there. We didn't tell anybody what was in there. It just was a surprise flavor. It came out a few weeks later. You could buy it. So the same thing will happen. There you go.
We just want people in the Chow Club to get first.
First dibs.
We want you to be part of our club.
Renee says, heading to the big city of Corpus Christi, to torture. I mean, treat a patient and get an oil change at the same time. Might stop at the big city HEB.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Stephanie says, I've been using chicken for waffles, chaffles, and tortillas. Lisa says, so excited to meet y'all. Loving Keto Chow every day. Let's see. Shauna says, bundle. Renee says, sorry, did you say something, Heath? Because he said, can you hear me now? Nancy says, sorry, with fat. Oh, yeah, if you're using water and you're using heavy cream.
Yeah, that's exactly what we do. We just take our Keto Chow that's mixed and dump it into the ice cream maker.
Stephanie says to Heath that she's been loving your videos and loves seeing you improving more and more. I like the part where they yell at the TV.
That's my favorite. I want Shelly to get a little closer though, because I want to see her face.
Yeah, she isn't just knees?
She's not just knees.
Okay. Renee says, I see lots of glutes that would scare anyone's eyes for life. Scar. Yeah.
Yeah, scare and scar.
Nancy says, how long has Keto Chow been around? So the very first time I posted about Keto Chow on the blog was January 1st, 2015. And that's where you find the original recipe for Keto Chow it was just stuff you could buy off of Amazon.
Yep.
From there, I quickly iterated new, improved stuff. It was still stuff that you could buy off of Amazon. With version 1.9, you could no longer buy all the stuff off of Amazon. In order to get the vitamin mineral mix, you had to buy 500 years worth of a single person's food in order to get it. So it was no longer
old.
Yeah, well,
he means a lot.
You had to buy really a lot. So that was in September of 2016, I think, is when we switched over to the new stuff. Anyway, so it's been around for a while. We're not going anywhere. There was actually a really fun post on the Two Crazy Ketos Facebook group where someone's like, so I keep saying Keto Chow. Is this just like a new thing that's going to be like here and then gone? Or is it like going to be around for a while? And people are like, yeah, it's going to be around for a while. Although we got an email yesterday that Stoka bars is shutting down.
I'm so sad.
On like, I think it's on the 12th.
I love Stoka bars.
And they, just because COVID has hit them really hard, they're selling out of their existing inventory, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So I think I bought like $70 worth of Stoka bar
That's
stuff,
nice.
and which is funny because they're the ones who introduced the confetti, the sprinkles.
The sprinkles.
Yep. So I really like their old crunchy Stoka bars. I haven't ever had the soft ones.
I think they're both good.
Anyway, I mostly bought just the old.
I like
the old type.
the crunchy ones because it reminded me of what kind of Nature's Valley or
Yeah,
something.
the Nature Valley ones.
Yeah,
I thought they were good.
Crumbly. I like those.
Well, they'd be really good in Joe's yogurt.
Yes.
Let's see.
Keto Chow ice cream.
Or Keto Chow ice cream. Tafix MJ says, making Carrie Brown's vanilla today since my xylitol arrived.
Oh.
I will make Keto Chow ice cream and compare.
Oh my gosh. Carrie Brown's is so good.
Rhonda says, thanks. She wants me to break her out. Shauna, yeah. Let's see. Libby says, snickerdoodle and banana mixed is to die for. I have never, ever tried that combination.
That actually sounds kind of good.
I've tried.
Because it's like a banana split.
Yeah. That'd be good. Shauna says, Renee, slow is still progress. Glad Jolly is on the mend.
Oh, yeah. That's her fur baby.
Hungry Heath is whispering. Shauna says, I know how to get apple pie in the big bag. When I went ahead and ordered 25 bags of lemon 2 days later, it arrived in big bags.
Oh, so all you have to do is order 25.
It's Shauna. Shauna is what we're waiting for. No.
That's easy. We'll just do whatever you say, Shauna.
So for those of you who don't know, starting with the lemon and pistachio and now s'mores and apple pie, we've been releasing limited editions of the flavors in the small individual packets. Once those have sold out or they've gotten close to selling out, we've looked to see how they're received. Because we don't want to do the savory flavors again, where everybody was really excited, and then most people just wanted in the individual packets instead of the big bags. So we see how they go, and then we decide, okay, is this a flavor that we're going to continue carrying? The lemon and the pistachio? The reaction to both of those was fantastic. S'mores has been a little mixed. It seems like it's more of a seasonal flavor. Apple pie has been a lot stronger. It kind of also seems like more of a seasonal flavor, but
we'll see.
We'll have to see.
We'll decide.
We still have time. We still have a lot of
like
those.
the apple pie.
So anyway, let's see. Heather says,
Hey, Heather.
Heather M. I just started Keto Chow thanks to Christy Davis.
Oh, I love Christy Davis.
And
She's
recommendations
so
from
cute,
her and her family. I'm truly enjoying it, and I'm now down 4 pounds in a week.
Yes.
Thank you for a delicious keto product.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Debbie says, hi, y'all joined late. Competing calls. How do you do savory? So you can just mix it up and drink it hot, or you can mix it up, stick it in the fridge, then heat it up. You can mix it up, heat it up, throw in a bunch of like ground beef or some canned chicken, or melt some cheese into it. I would highly recommend adding salt, because I don't put as much salt as a lot of people would like in the savories. Just because it's very easy to add salt, it's impossible to take it out. So we're erring on the side of you can add it yourself. It's the same sort of thing with the tomato basil. The problem with the tomato basil was the more tomato-y we made it, the higher the carbs were. And it's already the highest carb version of Keto Chow that we have.
Oh, the tomato basil.
Okay. And so if we add more tomato, then it's more carbs. You can add some tomato sauce or some tomato whatever or paste to it to really amp up the tomato.
Or some tomato.
Yeah, or some tomato if you feel like that is justified. So anyway, the savories also work exceptionally well in recipes. We have a lot of recipes, especially the chicken. I think the chicken has more recipes with it than any other one. Stephanie says, LOL, all I ever see of Shelly is her foot. But get to see her beautiful smiling face when she cooks. There you go. Rhonda says, I blended a frozen cookies and cream with a cold brew coffee yesterday, and it was to die for. Nice. Renee says, get a room, bears. It's up there.
It is.
Up there. Let's see. Kelly says, just signed up for the 30 meal bundle. Okay.
Surprise
Welcome.
for Kelly.
Carol says, I was so bummed to hear about Stoka Bar going out of business. Yeah, I was super surprised.
They're such great people too.
Yeah, I sent Joe, I sent him a text message right away. Saying, dude, Stoka Bars is going out of business. And I just bought like $80 or something, or $60 worth of stuff. Nancy said Ketochow would be amazing for seniors who need extra nutrition.
Yeah, it really would.
Compared to things like Ensure. Whoa. In fact, when we were a year ago at Omaha, for Low Carb Omaha, Ken Berry up on the stage says, he's like, y'all know how I'm not a shake guy, and I'm a whole foods guy. He's like, but if you have a child who won't get the right nutrition, or you have an elderly parent who is not getting the right stuff, go out of here, go across the room, and go talk to Keto Chow.
He's so cute.
It was I actually got a recording of it, and it's on our YouTube channel. But let's see. Yeah,
I don't think he talked exactly like that.
It was close. Stephanie says, she says, I won't miss Stoka as I've never had one.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they were really good.
Bless
Gabrielle
you.
says, hi from San Francisco. I'm new to Keto Chow.
We're glad
Welcome.
you're here.
I hear it rains a lot, actually. Every time I've gone to San Francisco, I've gotten rained on.
Really?
Yeah. Wait, no. I've only gotten rained on 3 times. And I've been to San Francisco.
You've been to San Francisco 4 times?
No, I've been to about 12 times.
It's pretty there.
It is. Trish says, Keto Chow over here. I'm way behind on this question, but whatever happened with all the blood work we did a few months back? So I actually posted a link to let's post it again. I haven't had the time, the bandwidth to do a proper write-up on it, just because life has been happening. But we did do a video interview with
Dave Feldman.
Dave Feldman.
I mean, you did.
Yes. Miriam wasn't invited.
I wasn't invited.
Actually, you were there. We had the interview with Dave and Siobhan.
No, I was talking
The
about
new
the
one,
second
yeah, that's
interview, the second thing. I was getting my child to school
Yep.
while you were doing that.
Les says chocolate banana rocks. He says we have not shown it on camera yet. Shelly made Keto Chow cookies and cream fudge.
What? I want that.
Shauna says I like to share my samples of Keto Chow, though it's so good. I make extra recipes. Stephanie says love the big bags of Savory, as there are so many things you can use them for when cooking. Let's see. Rhonda says Hungry Heath. What's the name of your channel? I believe it's just Hungry Heath. Yeah, just search YouTube for Hungry Heath. Lisa says, oh yeah, I already read that one. FixMJ says, I could share Keto Chow, but not sure if I'm that generous. Maybe I'll get the Chow Club to someone I love.
Oh, that's a sacrifice, right? That's a nice gift.
April said, could be great with dementia patients. Now, one of the things that you can do with Keto Chow is if you use relatively warm water and you use melted butter, you can mix up Keto Chow with butter with a blender or an immersion blender. You can do the same thing with coconut oil, and it works really well. And if you have someone who is suffering from dementia and Alzheimer's, a lot of time giving them coconut oil will give them that extra boost, because that converts into ketones. Even if you're not in a ketogenic state, giving someone MCT oil or coconut oil will give them a boost of ketones. And if you have someone that you're helping out with dementia, and you know that, well, maybe they're not going to go strictly carnivore or something like that, but you can definitely give them a shake that tastes good, and they'll be like, "Oh, it's a treat."
Yeah.
Then that might be a really good thing to try to see how well that would work. I'm not saying you would want to give them that 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
But you may be able to adapt something to get more fat into their system, help them get past that. A lot of times Alzheimer's is called type 3 diabetes because it seems to be a metabolic deficiency in the brain of being able to metabolize glucose. Like your brain cells just can't do glucose anymore. They quit glucose.
They quit.
But
if you use MCT oil also for dementia patients, then that helps. You have to get like high fat to make it be super helpful. So
yeah, it's like treating someone with epilepsy.
So you can add MCT. I wouldn't like only at MCT. I do like butter.
Unless you want them
and
to
Keto
live on the
Chow.
toilet and
Yeah,
not know
'cause
why they're living on the
especially if
toilet.
you're helping them, like you don't want to have to deal with that. But you could add some MCT too.
He says, I love that Dr. Barry is such a redneck. And the funny thing is, he talks like a redneck.
He's super smart.
You get down into his brain and he's not.
Yeah.
Or at least he knows when to turn it on and when to turn it off.
Yeah.
Shauna says, I live 40-minute-ish from San Francisco. Hardly ever get there. Are you across the bay? Let's see. Rhonda says, I like the crunch Stoka bars a lot. Was really disappointed when they changed the formula. And they brought it back, by the way. Carol says, can you post the link to our favorite things? So it's under recipes and more. Favorite things. Did I click on it? Did I not? I thought I clicked on it. Yeah. There it is. Our favorite things.
Oh yeah, because Stoka bars are not going to be on there anymore.
Oh, they're on there, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, Stoka bars are totally on there. I had forgotten that I put them on there. Let's see. Shauna says, I think I'm going to get my mom to add some coconut oil to her diet.
You should.
There you go.
Yeah.
Leah says, I usually go over there or the one in Everhart or Robbins. I sure miss walking around the stores. Floyd says, refined or unrefined coconut oil? That really depends on you. Do you like the taste of coconut? Then unrefined. If you don't like the taste of coconut, then refined. It just means it's filtered.
Yep. And another thing you could do for Alzheimer's is make fat bombs, because that's a good, like, yummy treat. And it's like, oh, here's a special treat for you that's all fat.
Yep. FixMJ said, got genetic test, and they have one ApoE4 variant.
Oh.
So must avoid Alzheimer's by being keto more often than not.
Okay, there you go. Who was it that has ApoE? It's Ivor Cummings, I think.
I think Dave has one as well. Shauna says that she's north of San Francisco. Okay.
Yeah.
He says redneck equals the glorious lack of sophistication. Rhonda says, wow, I didn't know they brought it back. Yeah, I think they brought, I'm not sure when they brought it back, but yesterday when I was on their site.
Yeah, they had some.
Yeah, it was sharing, going to the Stoka bars.
Sharing.
Oh, this is just their.
That's their
What's
Amazon page.
That's funny. It is just to their Amazon page.
Are you sharing?
I am sharing.
That's why we were singing.
Sharing, caring, everything, little thing the other's wearing. So it's under the Keto Crunch Stoka bars. So that's the original, the OG gangster one.
Original.
Doesn't say anywhere on their site that they're shutting down yet, but let's see. Carol says thank you.
Probably
Nancy
because they
says,
still want people to buy the stuff.
yeah. Well, I bought a bunch. Nancy says coconut oil from Costco. That's where we get ours, and it's the best way to tell.
One.
It's the best way to tell whether or not the air conditioner is working during the summer.
Yep, because if it's
It's
melted, it's too hot in here.
Yeah. Marie says, I bought the starter bundle for my mom as a Christmas gift. I believe she is only doing 1 shake per day. Okay. But
Hey,
she told me that
that's
she's
great.
down 3.5 pounds. Hey, I think she may be ordering more for herself. Well, awesome. Okay, well, we're all caught up. We actually have a phone interview in 10 minutes.
Yay.
So thank you, everybody, for joining us.
We're so glad that you hang out with us sometimes, so thanks.
Yes, not all the time.
Oh,
Especially Heath.
Stop it.
Renee says, putting on my drill sergeant face. Catch y'all later. Okay.
And I told Heath he needs to buy new shirts because his are too big.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.